Okay, this is especially for those of you who've had frozen shoulder or a shoulder surgery or just a simple impingement in the shoulder from a rotator cuff issue, and you've lost your abduction from about, say, 70 to 90 degrees, meaning you can get to here okay, but to get to 70 to 90, what you tend to do is hitch the shoulder. Now that's familiar for you, where you go to here, and then when you come up, you start doing this. Then I've got an exercise for you, especially for those who are a little bit weak. Now normally what we do is we'll put, say, a band overhead somewhere. Now you can hook this over a door, that sort of thing. Normally, for people who've got a little bit of strength, we put that, say it's my right shoulder, I'll put it over to the left. And what I normally do is have this as my lifter. So what I can do from here is let it come up like this, okay? Now, this is normally good for people who want to go all the way up, okay? They're trying to get their control better, right? So they're working on keeping their shoulder down, letting this come up. They've got the range there, and then they slowly let their shoulder lift and guide them through. Now this is pretty common with people with scapulohumeral issues where their shoulder blade is not quite abducting correctly. But for those of you who are struggling with just the lifting part, so if you get to the point where you haven't got enough strength to lift up, and maybe this is you're early in on the program as far as your recovery for shoulder surgery or injury, and you can't even lift there, then what I suggest you do, simple fix. This one you put to the right side, meaning if I'm using my right shoulder, you don't put it on the left, you put it on the right. That's the trick. So if I put it over here instead, and sometimes you might have to use a double band because you need enough drag up. The trick with this one is we're trying to do passive abduction, okay? So the contraction part is a deduction. With most people with all shoulder injuries, that movement is fine, okay? They don't have any problems pulling down. So depending on how much strength you've got to pull down will determine whether you're going to use a double there or you maybe use a single. You might have to use a stronger band than perhaps a yellow, but even that's enough. If I let that go, just pulls me up, all right? So what you do is you start down here, okay, at about 0 degrees abduction, and you let this come up. So you let the band from there drag you vertically, right? What this will allow you to do is get a direct pull upwards rather than being from over there, but also allow you to focus on keeping the shoulder down because we're after pure abduction of the shoulder.